Hey everybody, CardBandit here, and welcome to the third episode, or the third installment, whichever you prefer, of my Q&A. Before we get into some answers for your questions, I just wanted to say that the results for the 1,000 subscriber competition are coming along. I've been spending a lot of time rewatching your videos. I've probably watched all of them at least 3 or 4 times, and it's been super hard for me to pick out a winner. I've been beating my head against a wood desk, and if you don't believe me, here's your proof. So anyway, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning here, and I've just been struggling to pick out the winners, but the video for this should be up either tomorrow or the next day. So that'll be when the winners are announced. I just wanted to give you a heads up on when that's happening. So, without further ado, let's get into some questions now. So for the first question, Aaron Lom, or Lom? I'm gonna mess up a whole bunch of names here. He asked, do I use Cardistry Trainers or do I own them? I don't own or use Cardistry Trainers. Honestly, I really wish I did, and I should probably get myself a pair. I really like the concept of being able to do packet cuts, card cuts without actually doing or like ruining my cards, because they're made out of plastic or acrylic or whatever material you want to make them out of. So I really like the concept behind Cardistry Trainers. I just haven't got up the will to buy some for some reason, but I really do like the fact that they help train your muscles and help get you used to packet cuts, and if you're in a hot, humid environment, they're really going to help you out with not ruining your cards. So the next question I'm going to answer is, have I ever thought of designing a deck of cards? And the answer to that question is yes. I've got a few designs in my head right now. I just can't get them out onto paper or into Photoshop, just mainly because of how busy I am trying to make up YouTube videos and trying to put out content on YouTube. And then I also work a full-time landscaping job over the summer, which ties into another question that was asked in the first Q&A, because I work a landscaping job, mowing grass and things like that over the summer, and then I'm going back to school full-time in the fall to finish my final year of chemical engineering. So a little bit more insight than you probably asked for, but yes, I do have just thought of designing my own deck of cards. I just don't have the time. Actually, I do have the time. It's 3:41 in the morning. See, I told you it's around 4. The next question is, what is my favorite deck of cards that I don't own? And that's going to have to be the Lunar Edition of the Polaris series that was created by Vanda Playing Cards. After playing around with the Solar Edition, I really wanted the Lunar Edition instead, and I don't have it. They were all sold out when I went to go get them. Next question is, what is the rarest deck of cards I own, and who is my favorite cardist? Well, the rarest deck I own is probably the red arcane deck, and I also own a white LTD. Those are probably the rarest decks I own that I can think of off the top of my head anyway. And my favorite cardist is Shinrav Morzaria, or right now it's Shinrav Morzaria, the creator of Card Destroy. I would probably never do Card Destroy myself, but I think it's really super visual and cool, and I also like a lot of the stuff he does with his packet cuts and other cardistry moves. I think they're very fluid, very creative, and I just like him. So he's probably my favorite cardist at the moment. That will probably change over time though. So the next question is where I get my decks of cards, and I get those from primarily Art of Play, because they've got a whole bunch of different selection of cards, rare ones, and they've got them from many different suppliers, and it's like a one-stop shop for me, so I'm not paying multiple shipping costs, which is great because I don't have a lot of money. I really, really don't. I spend way more money on cards than I should. Yeah, but I primarily get them from Art of Play because of the variety, but if Art of Play doesn't have what I want, I like to go to Illusionist and Theory 11, because when you buy in bulk there, they reduce the price. So that's always good as well. If I just want particular cards from there, I'll get them from there instead. But those are pretty much the places where I get cards from. popping out the answers pretty quick today. I've got another one that asked, how often do I use Cardistry inside a magic routine? As often as I possibly can. That's the answer I'm going to give you, just because I really like incorporating Cardistry and magic together. So anytime like I'm in between skits, I'll be doing some Cardistry, or if I'm setting up the deck, which sounds weird, or if I'm trying to get glances at cards or certain cards, then I'll do Cardistry as well while I'm doing that. I just really enjoy the Cardistry aspect, and honestly some people find Cardistry more impressive than Magic just because of the skill set that they know it requires, and Magic doesn't seem as skillful even though it is. A lot of people like how dexterous you have to be in order to do Cardistry, and I find that sometimes that even wows more than Magic, which is mind-blowing to me. Like, I've seen people who were wowed more by the fact that I was doing the Cardistry stuff, but that also is good for me because I really enjoy Cardistry, and so I try and incorporate Cardistry as much as I can whenever I do a magic routine. What is my favorite TV show? Well, this has nothing to do with Cardistry, so I'm not going to answer it. Of course I'm going to answer this question. My favorite TV show is actually Firefly, and then they canceled it. Anger rising before I break out into a boiling rage. I also like Fringe, or The Musketeers, or honestly I don't watch a whole lot of TV because I'm making YouTube videos, or I'm watching YouTube videos, so I don't watch a whole bunch of TV, but my favorite TV show of all time is gotta be Firefly. And the last answer I'm going to be giving is to what my favorite type of music is and who's my favorite artist. My favorite type of music is actually like electronic or rock, heavier rock, which is a weird combination. I'll pretty much listen to anything that isn't country. And my favorite musical artist is Incubus, so they're pretty amazing. I love them. I'll listen to them for hours. I just really enjoy them. So Incubus is probably my favorite music group right now. At any rate, that's pretty much all she wrote for this Q&A. Thank you guys for asking all those questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. I really appreciate all you guys who are participating in this Q&A series. Thank you so much, and I will catch you later.